and welcome to Not Just About Ducks with Angela. Today I'm going to be making some butter. So we've had our daily walk out the back there with the ducks, and I've done my duties out there, and I have some people that want some butter off me, so now I've come in to make the butter. And into that mixer I've put 2 pints of double cream. I am putting in another pint of double cream. Remember folks, you can use the pots to plant, you know, to use as to just drill holes in the bottom, and you can use them to plant seeds in. And if you save the lids and put the lids on, you've got your own mini mixer on high now with 3 pints of double cream. As you can see, the cream is getting thicker. So as you can see, the colour is changing colour. It's gone from a white and it's changing now to yellow. So I've just used my spatula and I've just smoothed it down just a bit from the edges. And now I'll close the lid and put it back on. As you can see, it's going yellower. Let's sort it out now. So it's changed colour again and it's getting thicker. It's going kind of lumpy. So we're not far from it now, from separating. It has started. We have some buttermilk in the bottom of the bowl there. So we'll continue with our whisking. It's nearly there now. Now, but not quite. Just a couple of seconds more on high speed and we can see then the butter will be separating from the buttermilk. Attention though, you do need to put your bowl cover, your protection on the lid, because otherwise you'll get drenched. So now I'm carrying on. Turn it off and have a look. That's it. I think it's just about there. So I'll open the mixer and then we'll go into the next stage. So as you can see, the fat from the cream, which is what butter is made from, has all separated. So in the bottom of the mixer there, we have the buttermilk. So now it's just about ready now, so I can remove this and tap it. So here we are at the sink. You can see the butter. So I've just got to save the buttercream, because the buttermilk, because I will use that in soda bread or cornbread, or you can marinate chicken in the buttermilk. It gives the chicken a nice flavour. There's a multitude of things you can use buttermilk for, so let's crack on. I have washed my hands. I do use so if we just squish it, the butter all together, and then I've sanitized my hands and I'll just wash them. Oops, a daisy. And I'll use, for now, I'll use the pot that the cream came in. So now this is a really, really important part of the process of making butter. You have to wash it and you have to work it and you have to use cold water. So I should come back when it's all washed. You have to wash it until the water runs clear. Because what happens if you leave the buttermilk in there, the pockets of it, of buttermilk, you have to get all the buttermilk out. If you leave the buttermilk in there, and it won't store as well, so it could go rancid. So you must make sure you get all the buttermilk out. Water is just so cold. So as you can see, the water is now running clear, so that's good. And because the water is so cold, the butter is now solid, so it's ready for patting and moulding. Use pink Himalayan salt to salt the butter. So there we go. So I've added the pink Himalayan salt and you just work that in as best you can. My hand's still a bit naffed. Well, it's not just a bit, it's very naffed. So there you go, and you work it in. Is usually sold or served, packeted up in £1/2 blocks. So let's make sure it's 0. So that's 6.1 ounces. And that's 8 ounces exactly. If you look closely at the butter, you can see little tiny bits in there. You see there's one, that's the Himalayan salt. So what you do, you weigh it out. Well, you can either put it in a bowl, put it in the fridge. I have to pack some up. I have somebody come in today for a block of butter, so I'm doing this for them. So there we are. I've put this one in cling film. So this is 8 ounce stick of butter. I've moulded it and I rolled it, and there it is. It's ready. I'm just going to put some foil over it. Usually I do this in greaseproof paper, but I'm awaiting my delivery, so there we are. So there it is, a nice little block of butter.